Hey, my name is Justin Bozak, and usually I'm in a suit, but today I'm shooting for another reason, for my son. Just telling my story about where I stand with vaccinations. My story goes back to when my son was small. He was about 1.5 years old when we noticed there's some things that changed in him. He lost eye contact. He was saying a few words and he lost those words. And that's kind of when my wife let me know that there may be something wrong. I thought everything was cool. I thought maybe he was just going to develop, a little bit longer than, my older kids, but that wasn't the case. And unfortunately, we found out he did have autism at that time. By the time we started researching and figuring out what was going on, it took about another year to figure out that he had high levels of aluminum in his body, and that he wasn't able to detox it. This was all research that we had to do on our own. We had met with different doctors, and everybody said, "Oh, he's fine. Don't worry about it." The same thing with the growth delay. It happens. Nothing to worry about. And then we started seeing specialists who said, "No, he's definitely on the spectrum for autism." So figuring a lot of this stuff out, I know, is difficult for a lot of families. But you got to take things within your own hands today. You got to do a lot of your own research, and we hope to provide some of that research for you. DNA genetics testing is one of the key things, I think, for families to understand. We all have different genetics. So there is a genetics test that you can get that'll be able to show you kind of what your child may be intolerant to, allergic to, and then also doing different testings to figure out exactly what may be wrong with your child, if there is some kind of learning delay or maybe an allergy or anything like that. So we've done enough studies to figure out that there are links to autism, to aluminum in vaccines. There are a lot of people that'll say aluminum's natural and it's safe to ingest it, but injecting it plays a whole different role in your children's bodies. We did not get the same vaccines that our children are getting today, and our goal is to educate and make sure that people understand that there is a difference, and people need to be able to conversate more about this stuff and have an open mind to what is really happening. So that's a little bit about my story. I mean, I'm still continuing to help my son. He's now 6, nonverbal, and we've detoxed him, to the extent where his aluminum levels have dropped, but he hasn't had a vaccination in 3 years. My daughter is now 3 years old. She was not vaccinated. She has the same genetics. So Julio has MTHFR 81298C, and then he has 2 copies of that. And that issue, because of that genetic, he can't detox heavy metals and foreign substances from his body like normal people can. So there is actually a link to that. To many children that have autism have that MTHFR. So hopefully we can help you out with more of this information. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Make it a great day.